Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This time I'm not the bearer of bad news. We are actually going live pretty soon against, froyotech versus Ascent, a classic slobber knocker of teams going at it here, especially with their two new additions to their roster, which we'll get into shortly. But anyway, sorry about the massive delay. We had to try three different servers, but now we got everything going. I'm here today joined by Marxist with console and camera. What's going on, Marxist?
Not much. We we had to try a lot of different servers, and we have survived so far. But I think because they've been waiting so long to play, we're just going to throw it to rosters right now because I
We're
think
about to
they're
go
going to
live.
start quick. So yeah, so I'm going to go Froyo. You might notice some changes. Shades on Medic, still Assassin, still on demo. Blaze is still on the Roamer Man, but Psy Guy being the pocket here probably. Banny and Eric are your scouts. So there's the big change on Froyo. What we got on Ascent, Sandblast.
So Ascend changed out two new players, unfortunately, due to Corsa and Rando stepping down. That left two spots to fill. So Patty and Yomps are going to be your scouts, I believe. Mela and Showstopper being your soldiers. Badonsky your demo, and Nursey on as your medic. But hopefully we got some good TF2. It is Granary. I'm trying to remember who won last season on Granary. I think Froyo ended up overtaking Ascent last season. I thought Ascent beat Froyo on Sunshine. I could be wrong about that though. Who won last
As
season?
I recall, until we got the weird flip around in the finals, Ascent had not managed to beat Froyo on this map in actual years. So things went a little haywire in that finals where Ascent broke a lot of their rules, and so did Froyo, because Froyo hadn't beaten Ascent on Snakewater in ages, and we obviously saw them get through that. So maybe things are topsy-turvy. We do have a lot of players in here, obviously, with Rando now missing. He's been a core member of Ascent since the beginning, really, of after AG fell apart. And this roster was born. So that may have an impact on their play style, for sure. So maybe that'll give them better luck on Granary. But here we go, Sandblast. They're gonna take us to the first mid.
Yeah, so season 26, week 3, a classic Froyo versus Ascent match. I'm gonna get on the eyes of Habib this mid, see what he does. I like how he plays on these Granary mids. He plays very, very aggressive. It's just something. He just really provides a lot of pressure. So hopefully he's able to shut down the scouts of Ascent, which I think are definitely going to give an upper hand to Ascent in this match. But anyway, both teams are going to start the rollout here. Hopefully, looks like Badonsky and Habib are pretty much neck and neck right now. Habib rolling up top. Going to get actually here a lot faster than Badonsky. Badonsky got lower left right now. Not a lot of damage from either demos right now. Pretty passive, waiting for the soldiers' bomb as Melo's going to do a huge bomb into the skybox with Showstopper trying to follow up. Shade's already 1 HP, getting taken down by both soldiers. Mela might get traded off for that. Habib and Cheeto going to find 2 kills. Banny as well, finding the soldier kill on the Mela, getting the trade kill. Patty going to fall as well. It's just up to Nursey and Show. They're going to fall out. They are going to lose mid, but this is going to be a full ad. They might try to repush this with spawners, but Froyo is not trying to let Nursey live here. Pretty unfortunate for Shade. Kind of got left alone in the corner there.
Yeah, well, they rolled out with a scout and Shade through the left door, and he got cut off real quick. But to their credit, Froyo rebounded and got lots of frags, and pretty late frags at that. So that delays the respawn time over on Ascent quite a bit. And it leads to them not really having much of a presence on second. Froyo maybe could have pressed their advantage there, but it's early in the match yet, so they're just going to chill. The Uber is going to come out. Oh, the big cow mangler shot, though, is going to take a little bit out of Showstopper's debut, but I think they're coming in straight off the right, and they're going to bomb across the point, and there's really nothing here.
But Badonsky's actually getting pushed on the flank right now. I don't know if you see this, Marcus. Badonsky was literally just alone on left the entire time. It was the 1v1 versus 2v1 actually against Patty. There's 2 Froyo players on second right now. This actually, I think, is the round right here. Just 2 players sent for the backup. Badonsky was literally all alone by himself. I don't know why not a single player rolled out with him. Eric and Blaze are actually both on last right now. That's the round. Really, really quick. And great heads up play from the flank of Froyo to notice that Badonsky was all alone.
Yeah, on Granary in particular, it's very important to make sure you have eyeballs on at least both doors. Because if they get fully behind you, it's a round loss unless you have a bunch of respawners. So easy first round there for Froyo, minus Shade dying at mid.
Yeah, it's a pretty textbook from Froyo. Pretty much just rolled him, besides Shade dying, obviously. But Eric showing no fear, and Badonsi is running up and two-shotting. Benny gonna take a lot of damage. Showstopper doing a lot of damage to the combo right now. Habib is actually really weak. Bale's gonna fall to Cheeto's shotgun. He's, oh my god, Cheeto with 10 HP actually just smoked 2 players. Great positioning from Robert Cheeto there, or Psy guy rather. Pretty much just decimated 2 players trying to get on Shade. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah, they sensed that desperation was in the air, and they just kind of balled up around Shade and had him more or less all the way out to second almost. He was almost through the choke door, so that is going to pan out well for them. Nursey dies very late, so you pretty much can't get a bigger Uber advantage than this. And it's actually crits for Shade.
Classic Shade coming up crits, so hopefully he can make something happen if they decide to take him in. Looks like he's opting to try and go right with the Benny's gonna start peeking to get some intel for Habib. Hopefully he can make something happen. But actually Blaze gonna get owned by Yams there. Someone opened up the left shutter and kind of got Blaze killed there.
Yeah, and now they are hesitating quite a bit. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but in goes the first sticky. Nothing doing. They are going to get Yomps there off of it. Bomb comes in, not much backup, but they're going to get Badonsky off of it. Showstopper finally dies. Scout pressure on the point. Banny will be the first one to die. Scout still on the point, just never gets knocked off. The Heavy wanted his high ground there and didn't jump down to block the point, and his team didn't come either.
I don't know, Mars. I think the combo of Ascent needs to come alive right here. The 3 core players in the combo, I believe, I think Patty's on combo scout because I think he's mainly doing most of the comms here with Show. They really need to come alive here. Badonsky still 0 points, 2 rounds in. They really need to find a way to stop the aggression from Froyo on these mids. I'm gonna get on eyes on Badonsky, see what he's trying to do on these mids. Rolling out, I believe, up to already getting kind of owned this mid from Habib. A lot of early damage. Badonsky and Yams are trying to walk across point, but Robert Cheeto already on Nursey. They hits a big surf. Nursey only 2 HP, gonna get taken down by Benny, but a lot of frags in favor of Ascent right now. Benny gonna get 3 kills this minute. 1 more on the melee. Yams gonna find Blaze. Eric, the scouts of Froyo coming alive right now. But unfortunately, Benny and Eric get 4 kills across their entire team. Benny might try to 2v1 this, but it looks like he's gonna just opt out and live there.
Yeah, he knew there had been enough time that they both each could have gotten a medium kit. I think is what dissuaded him there. But hey, Ascent gets a mid there and actually has some sort of advantage, or at least non-disadvantage going into this. As both medics died there. So we'll see how they deal with this Yard. Yard is tricky for some teams, and it's strange that it still mystifies us after all this time, but we'll see how Ascent chooses to go about it. They may opt to try and showcase their soldiers here, or go for a left push. There's only 1 player over there. It's Blaze. So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we get to see how Ascent wants to try and push this. They do have slight disadvantage, but I don't think either team wants to. I don't think Froyo's going to push off that. But hopefully here we get to see what Ascent wants to try and do, as they did just cap mid. So we didn't really get to see how they're going to try and push it. They kind of just got steamrolled from mid to last, both rounds so far. So Cheeto looking to get a little bit of aggressive, but probably just going to have to wait for a sack from melee here.
Yeah, it looks, well, Showstopper's getting a buff through choke. The med's right behind him, so. And then, oh, Wild Shade goes down to the Yum, so the perfectly orchestrated flank from the left. And that, strangely enough, people always say, well, we played this map so much, Sandblast, nothing will fool us. But I mean, Froyo.
I don't know how Yams got behind there. I'll be honest, I wasn't on his cam, but Shade got 2 shot from the back, and Froyo kind of just combusted in like 10 seconds right there. Straight down, if they can try and get this cap a little bit faster. It looks like the combo is already up top. I believe that's Showstopper with Nursey. They might try to drop on the combo here. Habib's gonna get caught out here. They need to kill Habib right now with this. Someone else needs to shoot him with side Show. Gonna get finally taken down. That's 2 big kills, but Blaze is gonna finally find the kill on the Show. But Show already did his job. That could be nailing the coffin for Froyo this round. They are gonna try and push this with Habib and Banny down.
Yeah, Banny was harassing them in the back, and it really distracted them, and they kind of left their combo hang for a sec. But Melo's going to get taken out by Cheeto's shotgun, but then Eric and Cheeto will fall. Patty will trade out as well, so we're basically evensies here, and still even as they trade more frag. And now we're running away with the scout. Actually gonna force off the Uber is Nursey. They do have Uber advantage here due to the shade drop. So we'll see if they can get anything. They need frags and they're not getting them. A disaster.
I think that's a pretty questionable call for whoever made that call on Ascent. They could have just played the ad and waited for their spawners, because either way, like Froyo still doesn't have Uber, and 2 of their plays out, they would have been 6v6 with full Uber ad. But anyway, Eric's gonna run in and just absolutely obliterate Patty. And they do get forced off though, pushing in Banny, trying to find the kill. Badonsky, he is gonna find it. Just players on Ascent are just getting caught up by some really weird stuff. Like, that's 3 players all down. Granted, Mela did go for a play, but Badonsky, like, he shouldn't be that close to begin with.
Yeah, especially once you lose a scout to a 1v1 aggress sort of play. You need to get out of there because they're coming, especially due to Uber advantage. So you gotta know they're coming for you. A little careless play there. And now Nursey does have Uber advantage, but this is pretty tough to do correctly. So we'll see what happens. That last time this resulted in a runaway back cap. The Cowmangler shot does do some damage here. The Uber is popped off. Badonsky is going to get a kill. This time Badonsky had help in Yomps, and so a disaster did not occur.
I don't know what Ascent popped to, but Eric did die on the flank there. Did they get forced?
It was the Cowmangler shot. Blew up the scout and the soldier.
Well, anyway, Friar's going to go for ways of both teams. It is going to be a 3v3 here. No scouts on side of Ascento, so this might be a little bit tough to try here, but Habib kind of overextended right now, going to get taken down. Manny going to try and do the most with what he has left. A fully buffed scout, going to actually force out the players of Ascent and stop the mid cap.
Yeah, sometimes there are, you know, we talk about Uber forces, but there's also the idea of forcing a play, which is where you just try to make something work that's probably not a good idea. And that was one of them. They really wanted to stay with that point despite the respawn advantage being present for Froyo. And now they're trying to sort of dry push back in, but that's not happening either.
Yeah, but I think it was kind of a classic stalemate here on the Granary. Just constantly stacking Blaze to try and get the force off, and constantly stacking Mail. Maybe we see an off class, maybe not. I don't think there's any crazy good sight lines besides like Garage on this map. It is pretty risky to peek right at Sniper because you can just get bombed. So hopefully we can see some crazy soldier plays.
Yeah, we'll see. They're trying with the Cowmangler, it sounds like. Didn't get anything there. The right side is pretty easy to forward hold as well, and that seems to be what they're trying to do. It's also pretty dangerous for Shade, because those pipes and the rockets are just arcing through that window, and it's hard to see them.
Bigger shot coming out of Badonsky. That was a huge bomb, a skybox bomb from Blaze. Just gets actually skybox from Badonsky. It was actually so sick.
Blaze has had a lot of trouble on this map recently, if you watched last season. It doesn't look like Ascent's going to go for the counterattack, though, which is surprising, but I guess they had some health problems.
Yeah, but they should have sacked on that. I mean, I don't think you're going to get anywhere on this map. 5v6 with Uber regardless. Like, they need to just keep trying to find a way to, like, force Shade, but I believe Eric runs in here, probably going to come up in off class. Gets nothing out of it though, but Ascent is trying to press a Garage. Blaze is actually going to find a kill on Patty right now. Still going to have, probably still a stalemate here since both players trade at pretty much the exact same time. Patty is going to have a leader spawn there. Oh, and actually Badonsky going to fall down to Cheeto. Pretty much just some spam rockets coming out from him as well. And he's going to get away with it for free. Bandy's going to start pushing in here. And pretty much just going to second. Pretty uncontested.
Yeah, this is turning into a rout for Ascent, but they are going to pick up Habib. Patty trying to save the day, but they're in here now. Battle in the lunchbox as well. That is Mela trying to hold it down, but 2 scouts is really hard. And we'll see. Shade still has that Uber too, so they may just roll this straight through. Badonsky's going to be the first victim. Yeah, no question there. You pop, chase him back into spawn. But the problem with the Chariot there, Sandblast, as I'm sure you know, is no scouts, no cap.
Nah, they didn't. They should have probably substituted out Banny for a soldier because Banny was like 10 HP. I thought they were gonna like take a soldier off point and like have Banny cap. But anyway, Ascent's going to try and repush here through yard, and they're pretty much going to get in for free. Actually, Habib is going to get hit a really nice pipe on the show and going to take him out. That might opt for repush in from Froyo. That's exactly what they're doing, trying to do a 6v4 right here. Habib kind of getting spammed out right now. Yam's going to run in here. The Uber's going to get popped from the side of Ascent. Habib may get caught out here. He actually gets out with a nice sticky jump. Mail is going to find the kill on the Blaze on the flank. And Ascent is going to try and run out now. But Shade getting flanked by Yams. No one was with them. No one on the side of Froyo, not even their pocket soldier. Shy Guy's kind of just sitting at top right now. Going to spam some rocks up. Might find the kill on Manley here. Nursey is going to fall to Eric on the flank. So Patty's going to get the trade kill. It's a 2v3 right now, Marxist.
Yeah, and Ascent needs to hurry up because those respawns are coming in, although there is a back gap. So Banny is going to yoink a lot of them back, and that basically assures that Ascent will not get mid. And now it's basically a show of how long can Banny survive, or can he even get out. But he, Showstopper knows that game and just wipes him out when he tries to exit Shutter.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're probably gonna have another stalemate here. Not a player is extremely long run. Froyo does have a little bit out of here, but actually Ascent is gonna just try and push right now, pushing out a second. I don't know if I agree with this. Mailer is getting behind. Show's gonna try and aggress off that, but he might die to the traps here. Habib doesn't depth though. Two players actually in great position. Oh, Cheeto just owns Mailer. He gets a nice, the little double air shot right there. Gonna try and pressure out the guys from Ascent here. Blaze gonna find a kill on the Show, but get instantly traded out by Show as well. Cheeto gonna try and find the kill on the Patty. Yam's gonna find Eric though. Banny gonna kill Badonsky. Yam's probably gonna fall here as well. The Uber gets popped off, and that is a full wipe from Ascent.
Yeah, I liked the intent, which is force a decisive engagement before Froyo's Uber advantage puts you on last. The trouble is, when it starts to go south, you need to not try and continue to make it work. You have to take it gingerly enough that if someone goes down in a 1v1 or whoever your lead pusher is goes down, you've got to all be able to get out. At least then you've got your Uber advantage for last. But instead they just lost the whole farm, and that is a relatively quick 3-0 for Froyo.
Yeah, that was about an 11-minute half for Froyo. Pretty convincing performance so far from Froyo, dominating the entire game so far. I'm looking at the stats here, Marxist, and the scouts on Ascent are pretty much the main backbone, kind of like keeping Ascent alive. But Banny, living up to his name, is a pretty big 402 DDM that with going 19-4. Actually just like kind of shredding the other team. I'm looking for like Badonsky and a Showstopper to try and come alive more in this match. I think some ways to try and play around Badonsky more. He's kind of getting isolated and getting killed on the flank. He's just getting called out in a lot of situations where they really need him alive. Habib is always a constant threat. He's only died 5 times. He's really just been actually just like dishing out damage. They need to figure out a way to like shut down Habib, but also like keep Badonsky up as well, because he's kind of getting just like demolished here. Like they need to figure out a way to keep him up.
Yeah, it can be hard for Demo sometimes to stay alive on this mid, and it's clearly the case for Badonsky on a few of these, and normally he's pretty solid. Showstopper says that they are recalling Rando.
Whoa, so, Rando's back already?
Yeah, we'll see. Probably just a meme, I would assume, but you never know. We've had players quit and come back immediately. You never get to really quit TF2. And we'll see. They're taking their halftime. I'm trying to find who are. Robert Cheeto is away. And it appears to be really only Robert Cheeto. So you can write nasty hate mail to him.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's pretty good showing from Froyo so far. Manny is actually still like shutting them, as I said before. But I just think Ascent needs to find a way to like contain him, to not let him do 400 damage a minute with 19 frags and 4 deaths. Bottom deathing the entire server while top fragging and damaging it. They need to shut this man down. But other than that, hopefully on these mids, Ascent can clean up some of their not really poor positioning because they've been getting really aggressive on these mids, but clean up like their DM fights on these mids. I feel like a lot of time they either all in for shade, and by the time that they don't like all in for shade, like they'll kill shade, which is cool and all, but then they'll just lose the entire refight after they kill shade, because then Froyo will just go full commit, they kill Nursey, whoever's on top of Nursey, and that you can't out heal all the damage from Froyo, especially with like Psy Guy dishing out damage, Eric me shotting things, Manny me shotting things. Everyone's just doing constant damage.
Yeah, it's a rough life out there on Granary mid. So here we go. We finally are back together. Shade is running crits to start the middle. If both teams run passive, we may see it here. Ascent has frankly just been very sluggish today. They're very slow to react. So hopefully their heads are in the game now.
Yeah, but honestly, going on this, they're going to do some good early damage, but again, already down to 4 HP. No one was helping him trying to shoot that scout, getting rebombed already. Nursey, only 2 HP, manages to survive. Shay going to get piped, though. This could be some good damage for Ascent to follow up on. They're getting some really good kills right now. A lot of players on Froyo are not weak. Eric only 4 HP. Shay just going to manage to live after getting piped by Badonsky. Then there we go.
The crits is going to come.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
There it is. And it's going to get Badonsky first here. I don't know that they'll get anything else. Oh, the drop on Mercy! The perfect shot from Habib! Why would you just stand still and let that happen?
That was actually disgusting. That was across the entire mid, over the plate, blind shooting Nursey, and just dropping her with one quick crit sticky, and just turning the pace of this mid around. Just 3 kills quickly in favor of Froyo, and that this could be the round. Could be the round.
I think they just took Ascent out back and put him out of their misery with that play. That may be the end of them for tonight. But I don't know. They're coming back together. Maybe there's a little bit of a defense here. They do lose Nursey, but you've got Habib and Shade both kind of on the run here.
Yeah, I mean, again, Habib has the crits. He might wait a little bit here. It looks like they want to go in with the crits here. Gonna go around the corner. Not gonna get popped off yet. Nothing too juicy for Habib yet. They're waiting really bad. Yam's just trying to bait out this crits really bad. Badonsky might get caught in here by Blaze. Gonna get taken down. I think Ascent might just concede him back up to their second.
Well, they need to not be grouped up as they retreat. Yeah, here we go. Unfortunately, that Cow Mangler can't be hit. Otherwise, there'd be a dead Shade. But and Mayla's the one that ends up dying. Vanny does go down to Yomp, so you end up with a 2-for-1 trade, basically, in exchange for your crits. Nursey does have Uber advantage here. I don't imagine they're going to try to go, but they actually are. They're going in hard. They don't want to fight an Uber.
Wow, but Cheeto coming alive, getting 2 quick kills. Habib finding Yamp as well. Nursey at 77%. She needs 1 saw to try and get this Uber. Badonsky and Mela not in position right now, but they are going to find 2 kills of their own. Nursey going to manage to get back into spawn there, keep her Uber at with Shade dying, but there's a back cap from Manny, and that's going to be the round. Slipped in from up top. Oh, no. Oh, that's just not good. You just can't let that happen.
Yeah, they had 3 players alive, and I know one's the medic, but you gotta be more together when, especially if you know Vanny is still alive and playing the scout class.
I mean, if Ascent has another mid where they convincingly win, and then Habib just shoots another tactical nuke across the map and just wipes out Nursey, I don't think there's gonna be much left from Ascent here. Blaze and Eric, the flank of Froyo, just absolutely decimating all of Froyo. Yamps and Mela are going to find 2 kills of their own. It's going to be a 3v2 right now. Yamps is finally going to fall, but it's all up to Mela to try and stop 3 players of Froyo. Habib well aware of his position already. Mela is going to just try and survive here. But Eric chases him down and then taunts him.
Adds insult to injury. And I think they're going to be able to get this one. Ascent is not moving very rapidly out here to try to do any sort of block or mid-refight. So that'll be another pretty convincing mid for Froyo there. It looked even at first, and then they just managed to... Ascent had spread out pretty badly, so they were able to just focus out players, essentially. And we are Uber versus Uber here, as far as I can tell. And... we'll see what they decide to do. Shade is going to have the Uber advantage, so maybe we'll get a we'll see what kind of push they like.
I think Banny does want to take this in. Just depends where they want to do. They might go fast right here. Banny actually just gonna run in. I think Shane may. I don't know if like Banny was trying to get a force or if Shane just trolled Banny to run into their entire team. But they are gonna lose 2 for it. Cheeto and Banny are both gonna fall. Ascent calling gonna push for choke here. Mailer's gonna try and make some space. Habib gonna debt on the show. Poor show, man. Can't really coming alive in these team fights here. But Yams is going to find a kill on Habib, but I don't think they're going to get anything else here. Blaze actually going to find a kill on the Benassi. The Uber's going to get popped off, though, from Ascent. And it's another full ad here from Froyo.
Yeah, and they are in position to push right back in because, again, they've got the spawn advantage, and they're going to get 2 frags in the meantime. They do pop off the Uber, but you lose everything for it. So taking away Shade's Uber in exchange for 4 players, one of which is your med, just is not a winning equation.
And you're also losing your second control point. Mercy is also still down, so this is going to be a good 30 ad, maybe 40 ad from Froyo right now. Mela and Yams are doing the classic double sniper. Hopefully they can make some crazy play off this.
And they're going to get Patty. We'll see where Shade chooses to stand. Because he can either more or less negate the power of the sniper or play right into their hands. So,
yeah,
oh, good.
I was gonna say I actually really like the double sniper on maps like this, especially like super big like last points like this where there's 2 quick spawn doors. So either way, whatever angle Froyo decides to push, they're gonna have to use to a sniper. And I think maps at huge sight lines like this really gonna make an impact.
Well, they bomb straight in. Habib is doing his best Cadus impression. Gets 3 kills with his more or less solo Uber, and then an air shot goes down, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, that wasn't too good coming out from Ascent, personally. I was definitely expecting more of a fight coming out of him. Yam's really the only player coming alive out of Ascent, only positive player, pretty much the only person doing a dent into Ascent. Really was expecting a better performance from Sho and Badonsky, but I guess Habib and Robert Cheeto were too much for them to handle.
Yeah, maybe Granary's just Ascent has never been particularly good at this map, and maybe they managed to get worse. Also, I will say, just based on plays that I personally witnessed, Habib may have had one of the better, more complete games of his invite career.
Oh yeah, easily said. I mean, 20 and 6 while doing 320 DDM. I mean, really good stuff from Habib. Always alive too, which is what I love seeing about demo mains is they're always able to do either a consistent amount of damage, not like crazy like 400 DDM. 320 is an amazing stat line, but only dying 6 times. Again, that's the least amount of deaths in the server. While he's consistently doing that much damage, that's insane.
Yeah. That was overall just a rough night for Ascent. Lots of players on Froyo popping off, and nobody really from Ascent following suit. So sorry about the wait, but unless you've got any other things to talk to us, Sandblast.
I mean, I wasn't expecting a 5, maybe like a 5-3, 5-2, but this was just like not right.
Yeah, it was a rough one there. So, all right. Well, in your upcoming TF2 schedule, in 16 hours from now, there is some ETF2L to watch, and also tomorrow, at the same time as this game started, we have froyotech versus Velocity on the same map. So that should be pretty fun, I would wager.
Yeah, it should be a good game. I think Velocity's a pretty decent team on Granary. You definitely can't come out. They actually did just overtake Ascent on Metalworks very convincingly. 5-1 was very impressive from the Velocity guys. So hopefully they can overtake probably the best team in the world right now. So hopefully tomorrow we can see Velocity pull up a nice upset versus Froyo.
Yep, or at least some Granary fun and some more be popping off maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, all right. Well, I'll send us home here. So for Sandblast, myself, Console, to Good evening. Thanks for watching, and shout out to Try and Mela for getting us an STV that works.
Yeah, peace out, guys.